Welcome back to Predatory Fins. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. We're going to talk about every single fish we have here at the shop, but not just a stock video. It's going to be an educational video because I feel like a teacher of the aquatic kingdom today. That looks like fake, John. A bit prettier. Let's start this video with puffer fish. This is a cross river puffer. Look at this. A lot of times people buy them and they're asking us what we feed them. The majority of the food we give them here is shrimp. So this is regular market shrimp. Raw, not cooked. We'll just take the shell off, chop it up, and that's it. We feed them. Once you have them at your house, you can do crayfish, frozen crayfish, mussels. There's different things you can do, but over here we found that giving them shrimp keeps them pretty healthy and get the colors really nice. Look at that, super nice fish. I'm actually not holding him at all, he's just chilling. Puffer fish is one of those fishes that they're very personable, but it can also take your finger off. So be careful doing what I just did. I don't recommend you do it at home unless you're an adult that don't care about losing fingers. The main puffer fishes we sell that get to decent size is MBU puffers, like these guys right here. Oh no, this is a cross river still. MBU's right here. Look at the little face. We do have some bigger ones over here. This guy's plumbed and ready to go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty, he's a nice fagi. I don't know if we have any fajatas in stock. I don't think we do. It's all MBUs ranging from 4 to, that guy's probably 9 inches. And we have the cross rivers. Now, as far as freshwater pufferfish, MBU is the largest species. So these guys will get pretty big. I do have friends that keep them together and they live just fine. But remind you, you gotta keep them well fed, because if not, they will fight and they will look for food within each other's body. So same thing with if you're adding a puffer fish with other types of fish. I think if they have enough space and they're well fed, they'll live and they'll coexist together just fine. But the moment they're looking for food, this beak right here, look at that, can do some damage. So make sure if you want to put one with a stingray, you know, with other types of fish like arowana, anything that swims a little bit slow and the pufferfish is hungry, they can take pieces of those fish and end up killing them. So I would recommend not putting them together, but if you want to do it and you got a big enough setup, like my buddy Brian, he has 4 or 5 MBUs. He's got stingrays, angelfish, and they're fine, but he keeps them very well fed. All right. So right now we do have those guys in stock. We don't have any fajatas. Fajata's another one. I think the biggest one is MBU. Fajata and Cross River are pretty much the second ones. But going back to the puffer fish, we also have some smaller ones. Over here, it's crazy to think that these come from 2 different continents. This comes from South America, this comes from Africa, and they're both freshwater puffer fish. Now, the Amazon puffers, I'm looking at them, we had them here for a little bit. They're eating shrimp, bloodworms, catfish. They don't show any signs of aggression. So I think if you have a community tank, they will do really well with smaller fish. But anytime you put puffer fish with other fish, I would put them together with fast swimming fish, because this way it's harder for them to catch them. If you put them with angelfish, for example, they could nip on their fins because they're still a puffer fish. Over here we have the spotted Congo puffers, and I think the max size on these are about 5 inches. So yeah, so he brought up a good point. Look at the difference. The whole tank is just swimming around, and over here they're kind of like just still. On top here we have the filamentosa barbs, and these are pretty much adult or close to adult size. So they look really nice in a setup tank. Like when I mean setup tank, so a tank that has rocks or sand, a background, plants. You can see the true colors, not in our blue tank, but you kind of see a little bit of the shine of the green and purple that they have on their body. And this is another type of fish that doesn't get very big. I think this size tank is perfect for a group of them. You don't need anything gigantic to house these guys. Going over to this side, we have these beautiful hyphen loaches, but they look very cute. They look nice. They look small, but I will show you right now their true potential, what they can turn out to be. This one right here in the back is bigger, but I'm telling you, I've seen even bigger. So this guy is about 28 to 30 inches long, and it's the same fish as those little guys I just showed you. The difference is, as they mature, they'll have this horizontal red line through their body instead of the vertical lines like you see on this guy. Where is it? Right there. You know, see that guy right there? He still has the vertical lines. A lot of these are starting to switch over, and as they get bigger, their color will change. This is a great fish to have. If you have a pond with koi or sturgeon, and you have these hyphen loaches in it, they look amazing because no other fish really looks like them. And to have the vertical, I mean the horizontal red line, it just looks really, really nice. If I had a koi pond, I would 100% add 1 or 2 of them. The thing is, everybody sells them small, and it takes forever to grow. Even to get to this size right here, which is about 14 to 16 inches, they take forever to grow. So to have them already at this size is great because you can just put them outside even through the winter and they'll do just fine. Next on the list is these albino arowanas. I like these a lot because they're more yellow than white. It's almost like a banana silver arowana. Now these guys get to a decent size as well, and they are always swimming. As you can see, they're going back and forth. So when you're looking for a tank for an arowana, make sure it's long and wide. I know some people are gonna make jokes of this. Long and wide, that's how we want, because they need room, especially if they get bigger, they need room to swim and to turn. A lot of fish just need different footprint on their tanks. For example, a stingray, right? Going back to this side over here. This is a 3x3 tank. For a stingray this size, that's perfect. They have plenty of room to swim around because that's what they do. Majority of fish like arowanas, they don't really need the width. They just need the length because they're always moving back and forth. Obviously, you don't want it to be too thin, but I feel like a 350, 400 gallon can house one adult arowana without any problem. And if you don't want to break bank, but you still want to grow an albino arowana, these little guys right here from the same batch, so they should turn out the same color of the bigger ones that we have in stock. These are anywhere from 3.5 to 5 inches. And they will grow pretty fast if you feed them well. The phantom red tails. Now, these little guys look really nice and they're cute and they're small, but remember, it's still a red tail. So you will need, for a full-grown red tail, a minimum. I'm talking about like if you really want to give them space and to be comfortable, I would say 800 to 1,000 gallons. I think even 800 is a little bit small, but a lot of these fish, they are inbred and they're not going to grow to their full potential like the wild ones would. So 1,000 gallons should be fine for one red tail. But if you really want to give them as much home as you can, over 1,000 is much better. Now the difference between the phantoms, which are these, and the platinums, and I'll show it to you right now. These are more translucent, and like they have like a white and pink on them, and they're much cheaper as well because now they're being bred all over the world. It's easier to acquire them. The platinums, out of like every 20,000 red tail eggs, one comes out this color. So you see how it has a nice shine to it. They're really, really pretty fish. They're not cheap at all because of that. Out of every 20,000, you come up with one. So this is what we have left. Unfortunately, I have a lot of emails that say, oh, I'm looking for a 3-inch one. It's very hard to find them, especially different sizes. We got lucky, we bought the whole batch, and this is what's left, and they're growing. But this is a good quality. And I'm really trying to find the black red tails like we had a few years back, but so far we haven't been able to find them again. Another favorite monster fish that a lot of people like are gars, right? But there's a bunch of different species of gars, from Florida gars all the way to alligator gars. I guess the biggest, the long nose. These guys right here are tropical. This one right here in the front is a tropical gar, right here, and that. And this one right here is a Trinity spotted gar. And as they get bigger, their markings get really pretty. They're a pretty rare type of gar. Both of them, they're not always available. The Trinity and the Tropical. We usually get them once a year. So this is the batch that we have. This is what's left. The prices are not super cheap because they actually cost more than other types of gar. But as they grow, and as you can see, the Tropicals are growing really fast compared to the Trinities. They're really, really amazing fish to have. These guys that you're looking at right here are what's left of the Cobra Pikes. As they grew, they lost their markings, and they almost look like a Zebrina with less color. But they've been here forever. They're really healthy. I believe they're on discount because we're trying to empty the tank. So if you're looking for a very nice, pretty pike that's healthy, it's been here for a long time, it's all medicated, these guys are ready to go. Right here we have the ornate bichers. These guys only get to about 20 inches or less. So if you have a smaller setup, 150 gallons, 200 gallons, these are great fish to have because they can clean the bottom of the tank. I would recommend them with arowanas, with peacock bass. With stingrays, it's a hit or miss. They're not really aggressive, but just like any other predatory fish, if they're looking for food, if they're hungry, they're gonna look for food and they can bite the stingray. But other than that, they're great animals. They're great scavengers. They'll clean the bottom of the tank, and they don't get that huge. Baby wild Temenses. Now you can see that they're all 8. The bellies are full, super healthy. They actually came in very small, and right now they're getting close to 4 inches. But if you're looking for a peacock bass that gets pretty big, probably the largest one of them all, these guys right here would do it. They're all wild from Colombia. They're good with any other type of fish as long as it doesn't fit in their mouth. So tank mates would be arowana, stingrays, catfish. Now between Temenses and the Cobra, I don't know. These guys, the markings are amazing. They came out recent with these types of bass. But I think as they get bigger, their markings might get even nicer than what it looks now. The tiger shovelnose and marble acara hybrids. Super cool fish. They're not fighting at all. Their whole group has been here for a few months, and they're just growing, and they still look amazing. I love the patterns. Looks like a little leopard. Really pretty. So if you're looking to buy one of these, it's a little hard to find on the website because they didn't really have a name, but I'll put it on the description below. Baby Fogo. These are already being bred overseas, so they're not wild for South America, but the quality is pretty much the same. And the Fogos, they get to about 14 to 16 inches. So a 250 to 450 would probably be a deal for 1 or 2 of them. And they also eat pellets. Oh yeah, look at that. Gone. Azuls are a little bit bigger, and they should grow around the same size as the Fogos. Down here we have bigger Fogos. They're starting to get the speckles already. And the next phase of their growth, you're gonna start seeing the red come through. Really pretty fish. They all look super healthy. Small albino crown knifefish. But even though they're tiny, these guys can still get to a pretty decent size. I think the largest one I've seen was around 30 to 32 inches. It was actually caught in Florida. So if you plan on getting one, make sure you have a tank big enough for them. As they get bigger, they're not as active as they are right now, but I would still get at least a 400 to 500 gallon tank to keep one of them. We have baby dolphins, freshwater dolphin fish, and again, they still look cute and small, but they do get big as well. Here's the last big dolphin that we have, and yeah, they're super nice fish, man. They do look like a dolphin, and they're very smart as well. They're not aggressive towards humans, but if you do put a ball in a tank, they will bump into the ball and play around, trying to figure out. They're very, very smart fish, and super unique as well. I say full grown, definitely a big tank, 800 to 1,000 gallons to house an adult version of the dolphins. And I think the max in the wild is like 3 to 4 feet. So if you plan on getting them, make sure you get a big tank. I would recommend getting a group or just one, because two, they might turn aggressive on each other. A lot of people ask us for tarpon, and these are the tarpons that you're allowed to have in Florida. These are the Indo tarpon. They don't get as big as an Atlantic tarpon, and they're full freshwater as well. So if you're looking for a cool tarpon that you can have that doesn't require the ocean, these guys will do the trick. There's not many in stock, but this is what we have left. We haven't done an import in a long time. These are the 3 flame pikes that are left. They might get a little bit bigger than this. It's about 7-8 inches. Turkana Senegal. These are more, this is a rare type of Senegal. The Pleniceps hybrid with Tiger Stepanos, they still get to a pretty big size. So if you're getting one of these cats, I say they should potentially grow from 2.5 to 3 feet. So 800 to 1,000 gallons would be ideal, because you can see they like to move around a lot. And these types of fish, if they get spooked or they're very finicky, if they get spooked, they're going to fly into the tank and smash their face, and you start seeing their lips bent up like this guy right here. Sometimes they're born that way, or sometimes it could be from being in the tank. These are the Vasularis. They're rare species of peacock bass out of Brazil. I say at this point, this one and the silver monos are the 2 rarest ones, the harder to find. These are not always available. I brought this group in when they were that big. They're wild caught from Brazil, and they're right now they're pushing 5-6 inches, and their markings is amazing. We have a whole group of bichers here, from ornates to Gelsies, and I'm not sure what that one is, but they're all on the website already. It's probably one of the largest monster fish we have in stock right now, but they're very tiny. This is a group of Goliath that came in. They all look like they're eating, besides one guy. They look like they're trying to eat him. But these will get to about 5 feet in the wild. Super predatory monster fish. These are the high body, high fin loach. I don't think that they'll get to the same size of the regular loaches, because their body is more compact and high, but maybe still get to about 2 feet. Very cool fish, unique, different. These guys, I say 200 to 300 gallon should be fine. But again, just like every other fish here right now, they're so small that you can start them up with a smaller tank and then make it bigger or improve from there. These albino parrots, man, they're so pretty. I think as time goes by, they get prettier and prettier, because now you have red, pink, orange. Look at that guy back there. And they all have red eyes, so if we keep this group, we can probably produce albino parrots. Look at this one. Yellow, orange, really pretty. I can't wait to see what they look like when they get bigger. But these probably max out around 5-6 inches max. So 75 to 150 gallons of fine if you're just trying to keep 1 or 2 of them. You saw all the fish that we have in stock. Now the last row is all the stingrays. I believe Kevin took pictures of all these stingrays today, and they're all going to be up on the website. So if you're looking for a nice freshwater stingray to add to your collection, we pretty much have all types of stock right now, from P14s to super high-end black diamonds to more affordable stingrays such as the marble Motoro hybrids or the Motoro hybrids, pearls, and albinos. Black diamonds, yeah, these are nice too. Look at how beautiful they are. And albino black diamond hybrids. Alright, so if you have any questions, feel free to reach out and let us know in the comments below, or send us an email, livefish@predatoryfins.com. If there's any type of videos that you want to see on a specific fish, like say, hey Rod, can you do a video on how to care for stingrays? I'll do an entire video just on that, or arowanas or catfish. Just let me know in the comments below and we'll work, because right now we don't really have any shipments coming in unless that shipment comes from China before we actually go to China, and then we can do an unboxing video and a different stock video. But we got a little bit of time to do some educational videos as well. So if you have anything that you want to know, or you want to learn, and you want us to make a video on, just let us know in the comments below, and we'll see you guys next time.